watch. And this enough to watch. Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keep Gog on Facebook and YouTube. And that enough to watch. The movie star fly take off from Pelpa Time TV so that. Boom!
A big sound, a play a big tune.
Ja holy Emmanuel I boy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go bustin' out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther. And the ancient monarchy will come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go bustin' out them head. ILLUSIONIST, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know war, not every...
Blow, Mr. Gargan, blow. Blow till me dance up me toe.
This is Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at that.
Deliver me from my enemy, my God. Set me an eye from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from the bloodthirsty men. For behold, they lie and wait for my soul. The mighty gather themselves together against me, not for my disobedience, not for my sin, Lord. I have done no wrong, yet they are ready to attack me. Rise up, behold, and help me. You, Lord God of armor, the God of Israel, rouse yourself to punish the nation. Show no mercy to the wicked, traitor, sealer. They return at evening, howling like dogs, and prowl around the city. Behold, they spat with their mouth, so they are in their lips, for they say, Who art us? But you, Lord, laugh at them, you scruff of all the nation. O my strength, I wish for you, for God is my high tower. My God will go before me with his loving kindness. God will let me look at my enemy in triumph. Don't kill them, or my people may forget. Scatter them by their power, and bring them down, Lord, our shield. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them be catched in their pride. For the curses and lie which they utter, consume them in wrath, consume them, and they will be no more. Let them know that God rules in Jacob to the ends of the earth. Selah. At evening let them return, let them howl like a dog, and go around the city. They shall wander up and down for food, and wait all night, if they ain't satisfied. But I will sing of your strength, yes, I will sing aloud of your loving kindness in the morning. For you have been my high tower, a refuge in the day of my distress. To you, my strength, I will sing praises, for God is my high tower, the God of my mercy, Selah.
Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman, you born sexy. You sexy from your born. Spin your roll, make them see the bumper, and no dumper. Walkie, woman. Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and a talkie up. You back it up, cock it up, fling it up, ice it up. The thing pretty, and walkie, woman. You know sucky. You like when me shooby up. Walkie, woman. Me like when you sweaty, and wetty. Just like when rain a fall off of your body like a raindrop. Walkie, woman. Me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want to brace up, not tears up, make me feel up. Then we kiss up, and the lips, that and the split up. Yo, walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and a talkie up. Yo, the thing pretty and buffy. You know floppy, or sappy. Your skin smooth like a young baby body. That's why them a watchy, and a chatty. Woman, you sexy from walkie. Yo, me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want come brace up. Yo, make we kiss up, man. You sexy from your and the lips, not woman is split up, split up. Yo, walkie, walkie, walkie. You just a walkie, walkie, walkie. Walkie, 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 woman. Me like how you walk. Woman, you sexy from your back. You like when me draw the long gun and me stick you up. Walkie, just a pinty up. Way, walkie, walkie, walkie. Woman, you sexy from your back. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Up and running, up and gunning, up, Stucky, Sweet TV. Keep Gargan, Passava, mind over matter. We up and running. Blessed truth. And you know, so we'll end the month apply pass soon gone, you know, a different month. And why, as I'm saying, the Jamaican election is just around the corner and a lot of things are going. Yo, I don't know what going, but from what are going, but we can't see what are going. Politics in the air. Politics and politics in the air. Well, anyway, I tried to do that video from other day, and to the computer give it trouble and things like that, the sound business and things like that. I just pay a problem here, but we're not going to give up. I just go and learn more things and have to get into the things, and you know. So I kind of come here, get the thumbnail kind of started out now, anyway. But the thing I want to talk about from other day, you know, I kind of notice when we talk about that other day, you know, so boy, you see, woman, when you have evil woman, you know, because I say, well, them appear evil woman in the Jamaica Labour Party, you know, because them don't care about the country, them don't care about themselves and them career. Them not dealing about the country, you know, because the ones them can get in riches, to enrich themselves, or the opportunity to enrich themselves and make the money. They don't give a shit about Jamaica, and they don't fucking pretend. That's what we talk about, the great pretender. So what me I say, you see, most women, well, any woman in public life in Jamaica, when you have Emila, you know, Emilas or whatever, them kind of dodgy, you know. I'm kind of notice that all the Emilas, them kind of dodgy. Because this one of them Emila Crooks, she named Crooks, you know. Crook. Well, it's Crooks, but it's really, it's not about blood crooks, you know. You know what I mean? You have to talk about crook. A crook is a crook. Right? But as I said that, because if you have them, if you talk about, you talk on the politician behalf more than talk about the country behalf. Then me say, well, then you support what them are going with. You're not a journalist, you're not independent mind. And that me I deal with, you know. So me have come on a fire upon that. Yeah, you know, independent mind. You're supposed to stand up like the Integrity Commission. Or she stand up and things like that. Talk about the Jamaica. Not with the politician who are enriching themselves and who can see. What me know you from your watch and listen, you know, lady, you, Emila Crooks, she. You talk, you know, and the thing is, somebody want to go through some lot of things to reach on there, but you're not distant. If we don't have any distance, you know, we'll never attack like that. Because what we see is now, is an incubator, next incubator for the JLP, just like nationwide, right? That's what it is. And I use it smartly. And it's a shame, you know, because you have now, we're not all right, you know, we're not up in a society. So we don't give a shit. So we don't back the corrupted party. We can, because anytime we support them, you know, we don't get benefit, you know, because that is a party, as a benefit party. All them do, them give them people who support them the benefit, and other people don't get none. You know, support them, you know, get nothing. And who no want to shoot with shit. Me tell you something, all the while, no for only, you know, because we don't have a pretty face. Well, you know, remember, you know, we sing about that, you know, pretty face and dirty character, you know. And I own that. Yeah, man. Because only that big incubator, like a fucking baby incubator for the GHLP party, just like nationwide. Yeah, just like nationwide. Because only can be true journalists and attack like that.
because that could never happen in no, especially England, first world country. If he's a journalist, you're supposed to be independent. If you even support a party, when you have to talk news, you can't talk like you talk and have a preference. No, man, you get sacked and then run away. Only in Jamaica, them things can't happen. Right? Them say them are journalists, nationwide. Click news, all of them. Cockmouth, click news. And when I talk about one side like that, beat on the other party, and if the next party can't go wrong, I'll do do wrongs, we still have to go for them. We're not wicked, we don't really love Jamaica. And not Jamaica, and us love one who can get from a party. And that have the end, And the next thing again, you see, how me see it, you see the selection will come again, because we talk it already, It's going to really, they're going to try to take election a lot of way because you have now. You see the people who are account the vote, but then people are going to really play a different part, this time, because Andrew Wallace are go all out, right, to steal the election, because they don't want to lose. And the same people who are account the vote, but, I don't know what's going to happen, because them people have account the vote, because them things never really come into mind before, You never get that bad, you can't really attack them things there. So they will get PR to really rig the election and rank out. And that all them things I look upon, So the PAP them have to start have them eye open because something will go on. So them people are going them because them control the whole thing, And them control there's no omnibus man, there's nothing at all. So them can't slip the people them who they want to count the vote and bribe them. So that's one big thing. That's one big thing, people. May I tell you that? Big thing in this election. Yeah, man. Yeah, because it can't be easy will be done like that, Because if them are wrong count, and them know everybody know what them do, then the election gonna go to the losing side, all of them lose. And this a woman, all them want to help the whole station. Emilia Crooks. I'm going to call it Emilia Cook. Take off the S off of it. Just like how you can take off the S off of Batman chest. Yeah, man. Take off the S off of your cook's name and make it know so well you are cooks. Or cook. Yo, I'm telling you, that's what I believe.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
that body I would panda. Me pussy clap.
Surname, You don't understand. But anyway, we gotta find out people who name Emily in a high place in Jamaica. Them dodgy. The youth, you depend, long you depend rascal in the media. But when them was so used to, We thought you was an incredible person. But no, you're not. You're dodgy bad. Because if you do them things, and attack them way, one-sided, you can't be really, no moral, you can't be trusted. Yeah, man. Can't be trusted and no form at all. And that's something you see. So anyway, she go interview criminal Bobby Montague. Everybody know what he is. He's a pedophile, and we can't talk if they don't know us. Like I did a record, it's there. When do? And that them do down there. I'm going to tell her all the while, the place where I'm going in a St. Mary with young girl over Derry School. Derry then near my place. When we walk across the river, we just reach a Derry. We leave from Michael, cross the river, because we don't want to check the long road. We are going to dance as youth. And we just cross the river and reach a Derry. We know the school, and then we leave from there, we go right to Wood Park. So, running place a field place. Them govern. And them to them do. From a longer time. Deal with young girl, underage people. And a lot of baggage for people upon them, All know nobody can get one bus, one not bus, one car. No matter fucking millions of car we order for the police, them use car. But not get back no money. The badness in the car. And we just go in the sweep on the carpet. He run the fucking transport ministry to wreck. He was a security minister as well. And then go talk about his father, his uncle will be a man, and all them things there. And them move him from security and put him in room. Google Gaga, Anderson, which is no better. So peer fucking them people go on with. And them people are defend them. You understand? Them people are defend them to the core, you know. Some want to know how them rascals sleep at night. These people. Them me like you me at all. You feel like say your face look. Yo, me tell you something, you know. Some things wanna go on with. You know, the life to get in a position. And that's why I want to know. Because if we really people just we move from zero to the top and reach a position, but we check it, them do it by merit, not by corruption. Because we have to do a lot of corruption to get what it is. And that's why we are so corrupt. And that's the facts. Woman will build them career up from scratch and deal with it by the merit and reach it up. You get promotion by your merit. You don't get promotion because you have to cock up and do all kind of things. Suck all kind of things and all them things there. Just like certain artists, woman artists. That's what I say. And you know, me can't talk them with you know, because me go through them things and I know say, them things that go on. Woman come over me, we are projects and things like that. Because me in the meaning on that. So when a woman behave like you, and have a morals for your own country. You can see where you come from, how you reach on there. And that's the fact, how we look on it. Because people like one have no morals, who no respect the country, who not talk with some corruption, people who know say them are doing wrong, and still, I try to go hard on them. I don't want to go hard on them. Why? Because when you dodge from the beginning, want to get in a position. And you know, that are facts now. Nobody can go around that. That are facts. Yeah. That is facts. And it brought me to the core to see people like want to behave, you know. So she got interview Bobby Mandique with some soft interview, nothing hard. Some things she's supposed to ask him. She does have preach up the things them and preach up the things them. Because you see them a friend. And you know, all the time people say, you know, show me company, and I tell you who you are. Yeah, man, but them as friends, they see the greed or them greed for each other. Them know them in the same club. Yeah, man, them in the same club. So you see, action speaks louder than word, you know. So it don't matter. And I don't think them look on. So anyway, we got here. How she introduce his brother, how she talk to his brother, like so then. Yeah. Yeah, warm welcome she give him. Warm welcome. Hear this.
Western St. Mary. How are you, Mr. Montague?
I'm a little tired because we had a very, very expensive day yesterday. Let me also greet your listeners.
Please, yes.
Your listeners that they don't go anywhere else but to listen to Emily Shields.
Yes, that's what they do, you know. You don't have to even ask them not to. Yes, they stay with us.
I am aware, and I'm one of those.
Yes. But tell me something. How you come to be tired after one little day with the Prime Minister coming in there?
It wasn't a little day. It was a significant day for the people of St. Mary. Let me just give you a synopsis. We did, I think, about 8 stops. We started in Guy's where for years, people who are your listeners will remember me advocating for the water situation in that area. It has gotten worse with the Shields and the listeners because the Guysville plant, although it was insufficient, was being supplied by 3 water sources, 2 of which now has dried up. And therefore the 3 were small and they could not carry the 11 communities that the plant had to service. And for the schedule, the normal schedule is that each community is to get water 1 day per week. There are many communities that haven't seen water in months. And this $250 million pipeline project, which has been proposed so many times over the years, but finally getting implemented.
Look from them people in power. And matter about water pipeline. 9 years they do nothing. No election. All of them I run up and down like a headless chicken. And I talk about them a pass through them a do this and everybody I do the school bus rate. 9 years. So them take the people to eat that. And if Jamaica people see them people. So well them as a can artist them. And go talk about back with them. God, me I'm gonna suffer. I'm gonna sorry for one and I hear believe you me. No. Not gonna be sorry for no. No man. Call it on yourself.
Is to lift 1 million gallons of water from the Rio Magno that is down in Redwood, carry it up through the hills of St. Catherine into the Geisel treatment plant, and then it will go into the network that serves the Geisel treatment plant.
Which division is Geisel in?
Geisel is in Karen Hall division. It's also on the...
The Martina should have done long time. From them at 10 years of that power in the people. And water, the matter about water now. And when the water, the matter about now. We should have done long time. And matter about it now in election hearing. Now go done again. Only done the next 2 years, you know. What is this election hearing now? And this a woman, you know, she now try to punch some hard question on him. Like I'm gonna really punch upon him. Say, look, we're not power for 10 years. Right here, Lele. One of you see, but he was a get with them little fucker. Yeah, because that is what call the Inca Baker. For the Inca Baker for the fucking GLP party. Inca Bakers. Them all around the place. Yeah, man. All around the place.
The border of Northeast St. Anne, the Geisel division, and it is also serves Southeast St. Anne.
So this is going to help Marcus Amuda's people as well?
No. Lisa Hannah, Southeast.
But you said Northeast before as well?
No, Southeast.
Oh, Southeast,
Northeast,
okay.
St. Catherine.
Oh, Northeast St. Catherine, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this area has been suffering. Your listeners will tell you from I have been a counselor. And we have tried many things to alleviate the suffering of the people. But this one, actually, they had started it. It had to be stopped because underground water pulled the permit because there was some issue about pulling water from.
Excuse me, making them make up lie that it have to be stopped. So I'm going to give Jamaica people that will hold on 10 years now. I don't know, if we don't stop it, we're not supposed to find out what the cause and done that long time. Now they come to it have to be stopped. So when did it stop? Yo, I tell you, these people, you know.
From Rio Magno is a tributary to the Rio Cobre. So there was an issue. They have now worked with the National Irrigation Commission, who were very, very kind to give up some of their license so that the Water Commission could get it. I had to be pulling everybody together. It took months, but we have finally been able to work. I was actually looking 2 million gallons per day, but I am satisfied with one that should give us at least another 25 years. Because, you know, once water gets into a community, you're going to have expansion of homes.
She knows a lie, I tell you now. But she doesn't say, and I'll talk about it. Why should I put some hard question to you? So why it takes so long, right and Lele, if it have to be stopped? Some questions, some simple questions, we don't ask this brother here. As a really journalist, I do them work. She just listen and not throw nothing upon him. Look him just talking lies and I tell people like something. This is what them say they do. Incubator for the GLP party. Jesus Christ, how many people say so, man? When I tell people lie, you know, because something, they might be stop. They might do something, a project, and might be stop through something. 10 years now, they're in a power. So we are telling me, so they're going to find that problem, why they might be stop and correct it. So why they bring that now? Because they never do it. And people can't get no water. So they come with this idiot excuse. And at them people, I bet them going to come, they're going to bring that to him, Andrew Stephen, partner to our TV. They're not going to go over there anyway. They're not going to go over Wayne Lonesome. They're not going to go over Letter fucking YouTube channel. Only some people like Nationwide and this cook is here, Emilia. Well, that's her name, Emilia Cooks. You don't think she name Cooks with an S, but you like the cook.
Someone just put short and say, well, then, because if she I support these nastiness and I talk like that and now I really do her work properly. You're not no journalist. You're germsalist, not journalist. You're germsalist.
More homes are going to be
Full
built.
of germs.
But at least we can, we can give a sigh of relief.
Yes. So Karen Hall, you were councillor in that division before.
That is indeed correct.
Yes.
So I know the place very, very well. And then the Prime Minister went to Springfield.
Which is where?
Which is right again on the border of St. Mary and Northeast St. Catherine.
Same Karen Hall.
Same Karen Hall. And announced a $50 million solar-powered water project, a relief station and a treatment plant. This now will be able to take Springfield and Windsor Castle off the Geisel system.
Yes.
So we're trying to bring more water into Geisel and at the same time take some communities off the Geisel system so that more water can be available to those communities that are left on the Geisel system.
Did the Prime Minister visit any community in Gale?
Yes. I'm coming there. I know you're anxious to get
Very.
there. But
Yes.
let me just come down the hill because a lot of the people...
Sorry, because Karen Hall is in, it's sort of the most mountainous area in the constituency. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you
And
take me
then-
on high. So come down now. Yes. go
Yes,
ahead.
he went to Jeffertown, which is still in the Karen Hall. And the Jeffertown, he announced the building of a brand new primary school. The Jeffertown primary school was burnt by fire, completely destroyed. It was built up back with containers. Well, we had to be busing students to Wallingford and Goshen for a while. And then a container school was built. And the containers have more than passed their useful life. And a project was announced for a brand new school. All the surveys, the tests, the approvals have been done. So it is not a yesterday project. It has gone through TIMSEC and all of those tests and processes already. Then we left Jeffertown. And I must say that when the Jeffertown school got burnt, my aunt from Atlanta was actually here to renew her 20th anniversary wedding vows. And she canceled that event.
See, so much I'm showing you. This is something in an election hearing. One member of the government, MP, and he was he got a minister as well. So much ministerial job him up, right? He was the president for the party as well. And you're telling me so now, if you're a peer journalist, and you just make this man come in a program, and attack, and you're not questioning, you just listen. So when people hear me tell about these people, incubator for the JLP, yeah man, not more than that. And it's sad, you're a woman as well, stand up in Jamaica because you have now. Them are right already. And these are the people dangerous, These are the people dangerous, just like the Andrews, because there's a set of them, We like peer journalists, who can bore. You see, we have some journalists who we see at England where they're not partial, Sometimes politicians pray to face them because they know they're going to get a really hammering. Yeah, man, and now let off and no hope. Them are not journalists, them are fucking germsalists. They are germsalists, not journalists. Because people fucking them keep up. Come and give them a free run. We just talk when I talk. Tell him pure lies. So what that you know, in a sense. One fear thing, man, a balance thing, Put something to him. We're hard at it. Because I'm tell the thing part and I tell you everything that's good, When I feel lie, I tell And I try to show you, So what you can put something upon him so when we make him baffle and things like that. Because him know, That's why I want to come on program like you, nationwide and these people. Yeah, I'm tell you something, man. Jamaica really go away, man.
And donated the money to the Jeffertown School to build a resource room and to repair the kitchen. So we have had that association. The building is still there. She had given the money to the Kiwanis Club of State and asked them to build out on that road. And it is still there.
So the primary school, the solar power plant, solar power treatment plant, those are have we seen them in the estimates of
About the
expenditure for this
wood
fiscal
panda.
year?
Me pussy
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The Water Commission actually have informed that they have most of the pipes have procured the pipes already. It's a joint project between the Water Commission and I think Rural Water who has the pipes. And the solar power source is entirely a rural water, and it is accounted for.
Yes.
And the primary school is a part of this project that they have, a primary school upgrading project.
Yes.
That they not primary and secondary, because other high schools in the constituency are going to be benefiting.
Yeah.
The board members have been informed, and because they had to inform them so that the tests could be done, the geotechnical tests, the surveys, because you have to determine that where you're going to be building your land. And surveys, the approvals from the different agencies, the NEPAs, the municipal authorities, the fire, health department, all of those have been, we did all of that last year, last financial year.
Okay.
Went to PIMSEC, went through the budgeting cycle.
Yes.
And it is now time for implementing.
Right.
We then went into Gale, where again the community of Gale and the surrounding areas also suffer from a shortage of water. Well, we have designed a $120 million project. 48 million have been spent, and that was spent to dig 2 wells on the New Pen property. And the wells were commissioned the last week, and they are producing 2,000 gallons per minute, combination of both wells. The plan now is to put in a 100,000 gallon storage facility, relocate the relay station from where Miss Mary Shop is down to New Pen.
Everybody know Miss Mary Shop, I guess.
Everybody knows Miss Mary Shop, man.
Yes.
Right at the intersection of Church Road and New Pen Road and Goshen.
Yes.
Miss Mary Shop. Well, the formal name is the Rose.
Serious journalists, you know, not interview people in election hearing and I laugh like that, you know. Them fucking throw punch at them and really counteract them. Interject and things like that. But no, like I see them a body. Them in the body club. Them in the same body club. That's a big club, you know. So when that go on, everybody's there, they know each other. You know, so she's greeting when you just come on. Yeah, I'm tell you something. Them people, you know. Gotta go beat them, though. Just watch.
Street really
Yes,
station.
but I
we know
understand
it has
rural
been
life.
pumped down on Miss Mary. Right on Miss Mary Shop. They're going to relocate that down to the New Pen property, which is about a quarter mile down the road, because the government already owns the land at New Pen. So you would build the storage facility there, you don't have to go buy land. And you just move the relay station to where the storage is, a quarter mile down the road.
Yes.
Or less.
Yes.
And then that will pump water up into Lucky Hill. We're going to rehabilitate a 20,000 concrete tank that is in Lucky Hill. Tie that in with the bathhouse supply so that Arcadia, Saltram, Gale, Labyrinth Road, Hyatt Hill, Governors, then Tombstone, they will see now a reliable flow of water, because the Gale Spring, because of buildings and the pressures of development, the watershed area is being minimized, getting smaller and smaller, and therefore.
Go mountain go school. You have to have Lucky Hill, Gale, Wood Park, Derry, Georgetown, Bonnygate, Unstone, right? All of them places there. And you go around, so you can go, you head to Rockabess or Portmore and things like that. So, all the way I talk about, because the last time I got Gale, it's blood clot, brother, you want to see the road. I play a creek on the road, you know. And then we go back the next year, they do some patching, pay a little dirty patching. It look like this look nasty. That's why the brother is so rich. Yeah, Montague, Bobby Montague, that's why I'm so rich. Some big house of St. Mary, you know, people. All but not St. Mary. Highgate, Guys Hill, Bailey's Wheel, from Rosslab, Mansion. Even my family work and cannot tell me some Rosslab. Because I tell me what yo, I tell I'm going to tell him, I'm going to talk to him, I tell him, so just take some pictures and send them to me, you know. Yeah, they're going to remind him, because him real close at the house them. You can stay and just a look over the rascal view. Him own them rascal property there. And property and houses. This where you see a talk here. Rotten rich. And I think him is part of the illicit eight, because eight of them now, And Joel is outside, you have seven more. I think he's one out of the seven. Yeah, man. Tell us something, people. Them people that in the music.
It produces less and less, and the demand is going up and up. Because Gale is one of the fastest growing communities because of the tourism industry. A lot of the workers live in and around the Gale area.
Gale is a fascinating division. It's really sort of a division that JLP is held.
Can I just finish? I don't want to
go ahead.
Sidetrack.
Yes.
We left the Gale and we went to Industry Penny, 3 Hills.
You don't want to sidetrack him. You don't want to finish with my doing, because that's scripting right out to come to the incubator to listen to, Yeah, you write that script out. So you don't want to sidetrack, you want to get that out anyway. And she, but I never see something so fucking out of order and stupid like this.
Where the Emancipation Lands Project was launched years ago by a previous administration.
Which division is this now?
That is Retreat.
This is not journalism.
Yes.
But the basic infrastructure was never designed to carry the amount of houses. It was designed for 460 houses. That's the water, the light, etc. The development has spawned now some 930 homes. In phase 2, where there should have been a sewage for 200 plus homes, you had sewage backing up into people's houses. The Prime Minister came there about 3 years ago and instructed the National Housing Trust to take over the infrastructure development. And we have been having community meetings every 6 months, 3 months. We have had community meetings. They have had to be paying our contractor to haul 8 loads of sewage from the plant per week to take to the plant down in Ochi. So because the plant wasn't designed for so much.
Hold on a second. Let me just take a break. We're talking with Member of Parliament for St. Mary Western, Bobby Montague.
It's the perfect.
But it's long drop wires. Private persons have to run along the roadway, and then they suffered from low voltages. So Cherryfield has been corrected, and they're now moving to Church Lane in Roscommon and the farmers there. The Prime Minister also gave a commitment.
All of these still in retreat?
Still in retreat.
Yes.
Still in the 3 Hills there.
Yes.
Gave a commitment to the farmers who occupy the farmlands, we call it, to get going with their titles as well, like in terms of their tenure.
Yes.
So we left there and we went to Boscobel, right at the Ian Fleming International Airport. He couldn't tour the airport. We had to cancel that. And he unveiled the sign for the new business urban center free zone. There are 30 acres of land that is south of the airport. The Airports Authority, jointly with Factories Corporation, will develop it. The Airports Authority is responsible for 10 acres. Factories, 20 acres.
Boscobel Airport is not airport, people, a Cork port, Cork port. Them say it's an international airport. But now apply to the young people come through, they say it's diplomat. You know, whatever carrying. Remember, they said them finding whole heap of drugs. And I'll know, about 3 years ago, I'll know, nobody not get whole. And the one Fitzbailey, same one who, they're going to make a race, I'll know. Nothing never get done at Jamaica. So him, that's why they spend the money upon and build up that airport for talk about international. What is the school in Jamaican people and tell them idiot, Because I put an international airport, I got Jamaica, it's easy for me to come up at that airport, Boscobel, because that's around the corner, I want to go watch it, if I go down Gale side. But no, you can't get nobody now. The only person landing there is diplomats. People who come, some diplomat, When am I bringing nobody? That don't look like an airport, people. That is a close monitor something.
And things will come through this up. Because the drugs find what they find, one of the biggest drugs find. That is just the tip of the iceberg, you know. And I'll know nobody not get old. I'll know nobody know who. All these nastiness and slackness are going. And we come to about the airport. Yo, then people really take Jamaican people for boo-boo, you know. Boo-boo.
Acres. And they'll be building out an urban center, free zone, things, you know, warehouses, aircraft hangars, a government building, government center, a commercial center, small business center. They have had inquiries from a number of persons, including 2 BPOs, who have an interest in setting up business there. So they unveil the signs. The designs are done, all the geotests have been done, and we're moving on. Since time is
you went to Aracobesa?
Yes, man. The estimation is that thing will produce a minimum of 2,500 jobs for the people.
So this is similar to the St. Thomas, the business center?
Similar but bigger.
Similar but bigger.
St. Thomas is 23 acres.
So it seems to me you are the chairman of... Are you finished with your run-up?
No.
Quickly.
Then we went to Eden Park, where the project, $128 million, because the Eden Park housing scheme was built by another administration, and they did not lay one length of pipe in the housing scheme. And this project is to correct that. And also, he announced the 78 lots that is on another section of Eden Park. Those will be developed.
Where is Eden Park? Where is Eden Park? Still in
the
Boston
Gale division.
In Gale.
Yes.
Okay.
He then went into the Aracobesa Primary School, where it is the largest primary school in Western St. Mary and one of the oldest. A teacher fell through the floor last year and hurt her hip and leg. It's really, really old. And they have been asking, and I've been making the representation, the Ministry of Education through the National Education Trust, and the same project that Jeffertown is under, has agreed to upgrade the Aracobesa Primary School by building 20 new classrooms, building disabled ramps, putting in a solar system, a new switch treatment system, a new staff room, an auditorium, putting in space for the ancillary staff, a computer lab, and a new library, fencing the compound. All the pre-approvals and pre-investment work has been done, and it should go out to national tender sometime early next week.
Okay.
For Aracobesa. Then we went to Galena and the Lighthouse Road area, where it was an informal development. The government owned 42 acres of land. They should have developed it. Previous administration pulled out and persons occupied. It was an unplanned development. And we have started, the Prime Minister 2 years ago instructed NHT to take over the cost of the community upgrade. They worked with HHA, and they now have the designs and the approvals. What happened yesterday, he gave out some letters of allowance.
You have a rascal security minister. Dirty chaka all in doing sleep in a parliament. Come and talk, you can't understand a word of him I say. And look like him asleep all the while, but my raise some big gut like my cowboy. And not doing nothing. Pay corruption. Because all him want big criminal thing, because WikiLeaks put out something on him. Him can't travel, you know. Anyway, I'm traveling them all up on him. Because them saying the money launderer and gang runner. Nobody going to come to Jamaica. In response to me, that was China man is there. And them get with a lot of rascal, criminal and JP party. Nobody not talk about that. Ori Strong, Bob's the Grange. Tell you something, man. The next one of that Portland named Daryl Balls. They all muddy. They all muddy. Believe you me. All muddy up. I'm going to get decent people. And that I like, you know. That I like.
Allotment, the persons can now be assured that they are on their way to acquire their titles, and the NHD will fund the community development, the roads, the light, the water.
And Galena is in Which,
Rock better.
still in a, so it seems to me, from what you've outlined in your very comprehensive run-up, the Prime Minister toured every division in St. Mary Western.
Sections of every division.
Sections of every division.
Yes, and we welcomed it. We were happy for it. The people of St. Mary, as you know, and your listeners do know, have been crying out for some attention.
Yes.
I've been advocating.
I've heard you in the parliament. I've heard you. But let me put my specific question,
sure.
member. Isn't it the known thinking and the wisdom in politics that a prime minister visits seats in which the candidates appear to be weakest when you're coming on to an election season?
Well, it has been the practice and the norm in Western St. Mary, as far as I know, that my Prime Minister visits my seat very regularly, and I still would want him to visit some more. Because when a Prime Minister visits, there's always some goodies, some benefit to the people. And I have a number of projects and programs in the works, right through under various ministries. But the Prime Minister heads a critical ministry, economic growth and job creation. Which
yes, and he's held it since 2016.
So major agencies, and we have been working. You are aware, Mrs. Shields, that to get a government project is not a snap of a finger, it's not an overnight thing. You have to conceptualize, you have to design, you have to seek funding, you have to get comments from the commenting agencies. It has to go into PIMSEC the year before it is budgeted for, so it can go through the process. It's about 2 to 3 years to get a project
I get it.
out of the system.
I get it.
And
Let me
this is
ask.
one of the things why the Prime Minister has appointed Audrey Marks to do digital transformation and reform of government. Because when you announce a project and people see you take 2 years and they don't say anything, 2.5 years, they don't say anything, they get frustrated.
But let me ask you this then, Mr. Montague, because I get it and I talk about procurement on this program quite often, but I'm not a member of the electorate in St. Mary Western. Do they understand the time that it takes? And are they patient with you?
They do understand, and the people of Western St. Mary are very, very patient and very sophisticated. A lot of people who don't live here or understand have a lot of comments to make. The people of Western St. Mary are not sheep. You don't shepherd them. They have their own opinion, and this member of parliament like to engage people at the community level, even at their gate. And sometimes if you hear some of the things they tell me, you would blush, although you are from Westmoreland in the Cane Belt. It would make you blush.
Oddly.
But I encourage that kind of discourse because people must be comfortable to engage their member of parliament. I live in my seat.
Yes.
So what the people suffer, I suffer. I live. I'm not one of those MPs that don't live here. So on a given day, somebody is upset, a community is upset with me, with the government, because something is not done. And they will express it. And I encourage them, go to street and ask the people when they have their regular community meetings with NHT, if they are Muslim. No, I encourage them to speak up. I have meetings with farmers. I said, talk or not talk, no, wait till me gone, then you talk. Talk before me. I am your representative.
As you say that, how much of a wake-up call was the loss in the Gale division in the local government election for you?
It was a wake-up call, I believe, for all of them there. But what is significant about that Gale situation, and there are many lessons to be learned. We both underperformed, but both parties, but the JLP underperformed more. 1,300 votes was the winning total. That's the lowest amount of votes, even for the PNP candidate, for the PNP as a party, over the last 8 elections, whether general or local. So this dialogue, this argument, that's a lot of JLP persons switched, not Nugget. Because a lot of PNP people didn't use votes. So the pull-out, turnout of votes was down on both sides.
But worse for you. Yes, worse especially because Gale is a JLP stronghold in St. Mary Western.
That is correct.
So have you...
In addition to that, equally, Retreat Division is a PNP stronghold.
And you
But
won
the
that?
JC won it.
How much you won that by again?
270 plus votes.
So you now hold Karen Hall, which is your former seat and former division, and you hold Retreat.
Yes.
But from my recollection, I think Karen Hall has the least number of electors.
Yes, it does.
Right? And then it is followed by Gale.
Yes.
Boscobel, you have held Boscobel before, right?
Yes, Boscobel is a marginal seat.
It is a marginal seat.
Between both parties.
Right. And then Retreat now.
Retreat and a Rockabet are the two PNP bastards.
Right. But you took Retreat in the local government election. Are you hoping or believing that there's anything you can do to get them to vote for you in the upcoming general election?
Yes, because they know that Bobby Montague is a very good performer. They know that Bobby Montague, when he gives his word, he stands by it. I might not be able to deliver tomorrow. And they know it took me 23 years to do the international airport. When person said I was mad when I came up with that idea, and Mrs. Shields and your listeners, one of the main persons was my biggest critic about that airport.
Yeah, much about the airport now. Who are benefit from that now? Send me people now benefit from it, you know. Only the who are benefit is them because peer diplomat come to the airport and peer things that come to the airport, gun, drugs and all them things there. One or two people might work there, but in the airport you go there, you see people like a proper airport. So I'm talking about international airport. I don't like you guys Sunset Airport or policy, normal man. Them people that are people be idiot, you know. That is just a poor port. And I'm using all the grass clad taxpayers' money and build them things that for them won't benefit. Enough of them are get free through that airport. Because things are coming and nobody know are coming in. There's no commercial flight coming in. If commercial flight was coming in, I'm not talking about that. So how me got Jamaica and me can't get the fucking land there. And if we land there, we couldn't just go around the road and say, I'm reach me go. Instead of me go Rosslab, man to go here, you have to drive fucking miles and miles to reach where me want to go. You know what, how long it take? Well, I just have the irony still now. But it's a good little journey. Probably you go on now man the airport at the same thing. So if that was an international airport, we wouldn't have no problem because you say, well then at least it has served the people. So we couldn't you have an airport a man to go pay one at all. I want to set me away. So the one I set me to suit me. So if me fly I'm in land so by 5 minutes me reach with a driver and reach a watching. I don't want to go the other way and go in a my gully. No sweat. I just run the corner. Can ride my set me away. Because I remember when we got Jamaica, two places we go. St. Mary and Wochi, St. Mary and St. Anne, the border. So, you know, it's a close vicinity, right? So, it's really a talk about bullshit. You know, the airport now benefit nobody people besides them. So, when I come to talk about the Billy Airport, like I say, who the fuck it a benefit? If you employ a couple people, that's it. So, with a benefit. Because people can apply from anybody will agree with me, you know. A lot of people agree with on that. A lot of people are traveling from America, England, Canada. I send them come from, send them go. I send them go. So if that is Rosslad who open the public, that means that the people will have no fucking ass left flag of man to go be or a Kingston. You understand? So them blood clad in the big head body of the stress and fuckery. Because if I was doing that on benefit, we have not step on that. At least not say, well, you know, a lot of burning and east from it. But you know, the fucking boring, you take the fucking drive from Rosslad. Now, man, the airport to reach a sentence. Or to reach a St. Mary. Then people take people idiot, man. When I go and tell you something, man. When they just come, and when I try to say, this woman is a journalist. I should have put all them pint in the team. No, they're not going to do it because they're not incubator for the fucking jail team. Because them things supposed to ask, can you say, well, then, When I was building the airport, people say you're a fool. All right, you build the airport now, so why should ask him who to benefit? And tell him, say, well, look, you're not benefit the people because there's no commercial flight coming there. You say it's an international airport. But the flight will come in there is diplomatic. People are fucking come on the flight. Idiot Montague. So if you stop it, you can't fool about around yourself. But you can't that one that really support you because that's why I'm playing a video enough because I'm both some more night. I'm saying I'm tired. Fuck me, man. Piss me off.
Day we were welcoming American Airlines. He was sitting in the chair designated for me.
Who is that?
I'm not calling this person's name. They did not give me a seat. When I brought Money College, when I said we were going to bring tertiary education into St. Mary, people said me mad. And when Money College came, before Money College came, an officer from the Ministry of Education came to see me with a letter signed by 13 prominent members of St. Mary Society, opposing, asking the community council not to approve Money College coming to St. Mary. And we got over that. And then we sat down with Everoy Chin for him to donate the Whitehall Great House to the International Caribbean University.
But even with that, Mr. Montague, the polls are now showing that you're 19% down against a newcomer, Mr. Woodbine. You're going to lose the seat there.
That's the only thing she talk about, you know. I should have wanted, she make a step in the laws. Because she have to talk about that. Because that is not really journalism. Because that, we know that already. Everybody know that. Because the poll, we know so well then, when you have a PNP meeting that set there from another day, it's tsunami. Everybody come out. People, JLP has switch. And them talk with them out. And them know it. When the JLP, them, all of the prime minister there, they see what they did. The amount of police were there, more than the people them who live on the ground. You see how bad it is, you know. When the prime minister go the other day, come see now the video. I think him don't be the panic as well. But the amount of police was there, I follow behind the prime minister and soldier. Them is more than the fucking people who was there. The labor rider in a green shirt. And that I St. Mary. Compare on the same place where them there, and the same place PMP them there. And it's a tsunami. So that alone can tell. You know, if you hear about the poll, that you can read that poll from your fucking common sense and know so well then something right. And them know it. So no matter, so 19% percentage down. And she asked him, she tell him, well, I'm gonna lose. He must have said, he can't win it. That means, what about the pen pan right now, you know? If you go spend the money, what thieving money with them out and buy some gold. Because then when the people, them licky, one got, because them do it all the while. But, you know, this time, you know, I'm a serious wrestler thing. Yeah, no matter what, you know why I say that? Because they tried that at the center of my selection the other day, by-election and Clarendon. Let them money them let I never work. PMP woman still win. So people are walking them eye. Yeah, man. Because in my mind, you have a thing, you know, you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool them all the fucking while. And that we have to get in a ticket. Yeah. So no matter what you try, I want to come with incubator fucking journalism. And one-sided journalism. You can't go on. You can't go on. Can't go shame like a dog. Believe you me.
Is there? Yes.
I do not discuss polls. I respect polls. I have never in my political life have a discussion about polls.
But do you feel you're on the cusp of losing the seat?
No, madam. Absolutely no.
You don't feel Mr. Woodbine is a threat to you in any way at all?
Every candidate is a threat.
Somebody I would find that me pussy clap.
And if you can still, that's what I'm saying, you know. No, I'm not going to lose the these people are really, that's why I mean,
to the other candidate. I never disrespect or take a candidate like I never do.
You see, when the poll in a favor, They come out with this thing, and they not follow poll. They never study poll. Because poll are poll. And poll can't change. Them make all kind of excuse when it's not in them favor. But you say the poll wasn't in them favor, they will not fucking, because great here. But they will not say that. They not follow poll. This is how the people are devious and mischievous. You know, everything, damaging and everything matter.
I fight my election from having a counselor with the seriousness that it demands.
Right.
And I will tell you that we have not started our ground campaign, public campaign. What we're doing is the organizational part, the boring part, the part that a lot of people don't like.
Let us call you back because I want to do and to be in detail with Western St. Mary. I have to go to a break now because I have.
Well, I'm not telling these people, you know, they're really, really sour than a line. Yeah.
Estate, 3 weeks and no garbage collection. Mr. Solid Waste Management Authority, Mr. Gordon, please act on that urgently for me. We're going to make sure we send it to Audley Gordon of the National Solid Waste Management Authority for this listener who is beseeching and shouldn't have to. So this is in Patrick City, Perkins Estate, Meadowbrook Estate. 3 weeks, they say, and no garbage collection, Mr. Gordon. So please send your team there. Also, we have a caller from Havendale, Kingston 19. They've had no flow cable service for the past 2 weeks.
Why, oh boy, I'm not telling you, them people are not really rascal. Them not easy at all. Them not really till peer poking. I must sell peer pork chop. Yeah. Peer pork, I must sell peer pork chop. But you know, that is what I'm trying to say with these people. But this woman, she can't be trusted. She's not a journalist. She's not doing journalism work at all. She are one-sided. She on the payroll after go of the ruling party. And that's true. And we have a thing saying, you have to read the book by the cover, you know. So we have to read her as how she had the interview and how she appeared. So them in the same body club. And that's all me see. From my knowledge, who can see that? Well, me don't know. Just like you know, say, who can hear must feel. Well, you know, me can hear. So, me know personally, me try to avoid the feel this, you know. And in the end of the day, you lady, you're not a journalist. You're a germsalist. I'm going to leave it right there, so. Now I'm going to beat up the company. You said, yeah, let me tell you something, man. Them are people, you know. Them are people like something else. Yeah. Them are people like something else. Believe you me. I don't understand. Anyway, people, we'll leave it right there, so. And come we have things to do. So I have to go through them things and get to know them way. Because when I see something to talk upon, and we have a platform, I come talk upon it and put my 2 cents and how we see it. Who can agree, who don't agree, don't agree, I don't give a shit. Because I say everybody have their own opinion. But me doesn't know so well then we depend on a level where we see. Now some have to talk the things them how we see. You can't go wrong in a circle. You can't go in a circle and go like a idiot. Yo, so anyway people, we out and running, out and gunning, pick up on yourself, and I will be back in a short order. Out.
Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. You born sexy. You sexy from your born. Spin your roll, make them see the bumper. And no dumper. Walkie, woman. Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie. And a talkie up. You back it up, cock it up, fling it up, ice it up. The thing pretty and buffy. Walkie woman. You know sucky. You like when me shooby up. Walkie woman. Me like when you sweaty and wetty. Just like when rain a fall off of your body like a raindrop. Walkie woman. Me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want to brace up. Not tears up, make me feel up. Then we kiss up, and the lips. Not on the split up. Yo, walkie woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and not talkie up. Yo, the thing pretty and buffy. You know flappy, or sappy. Your skin smooth like a young baby body. That's why them a watchy, and a chatty. Woman, you sexy from walkie. Yo, me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want come brace up. Yo, make me kiss up, woman. You sexy from your and the lips, not on the split up. Yo, walkie. You just a walkie. Woman, me like how you walk. Woman, you sexy from your band. You like when me draw the long gun and me stick you up. Walkie, just a pinty up. Whoa, walkie. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band.
People, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe to the Sticky Sweet TV channel. Keith Gargan, up and running. Subscribe, like and share. What do you waiting for? It's not gonna cost you a cent. Just
on Sticky TV. If your finger is not sticky, subscribe. But if your finger sticky, do not subscribe on Sticky TV. Big up yourself, Keith Gargan, straight.
A big sound up here, big tune.
Ja holy Emmanuel I boy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from it, tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know want no devil philosophy. Not until color of a man's skin is of no more significant, well, to the color of his eye. Remember all the war done in 1935.
This is Sticky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at